Hello, everybody. I just woke up, so I'm tired. So, today I'm just gonna play this. So let's do it. Welcome, adventurer, to Mountain Blade Warband. Before beginning the game, you must create your character. Remember that in the traditional medieval society depicted in the game, war and politics are usually dominated by male members of the nobility. It does not, however, mean you should not choose to be a female or a male that is not of noble birth. Male nobles may have a somewhat easier start, but women and commoners can attain all of the same goals, and in fact, many have a much more interesting, if more challenging, early game. Let's continue. We're gonna be a dude. And, what should we be? My father. My father was a veteran warrior. As a child, your family scrabbled out of the meager living from your father's wages as a guardsman to the local lord. He was not an easy existence. It was not, I said he. And you were too poor to get much of an education. You learned mainly how to defend yourself on the streets, with or without a weapon in hand. You started to learn about the world almost as soon as you could walk and talk. You spent your early life as each of these depends on what your base stats will be. So if I were to choose stepchild, I would have some horse riding and archery on horseback. Street urchin, I think gives you less intelligence, but it gives you slightly better skills like that. I'm going to be a shop assistant. As a boy, growing out of childhood, you apprenticed to a wealthy merchant, picking up the trade over years of working shops and driving caravans. You soon I became good at trade. That's nice. As a young adult, life changed as it always does, and I became a university student. Distinction felt sudden to you. Somewhere along the way, you became a man, and the whole world seemed to change around you. You found yourself as a student in the University of the Great Cities, where you studied theology, philosophy, and medicine. But not all your lessons were learned in the lecture halls. You may or may not have joined in with your fellows as they roamed the alleys in search of wine, women, and a good fight. However, you certainly were able to observe how a broken jaw is set, and how an angry townsman can be persuaded to set down his club and accept cash compensation for the destruction of his shop. But soon everything changed, and you decided to strike out on your own adventure. And what made you take this decision was, obviously, power. Become an adventurer and ride to your destiny. Only you know what exactly caused you to give up your old life, blah blah blah. No quitting without saving, I don't. So first things first. DudeBro, McMan. That's right. So let's check out these. We got some wound treatment, inventory management, surgery. All three of those are fantastic. Some leadership, that's great. And trade is up to 1. We do have 8 skill points, my god. We're gonna stuck it all into that. We're going to increase that, because everything is it's derogatives of 1/3. It'll say that somewhere. Maximum number of troops you can command. No. Somewhere in here tells you, I think it's these ones or something. Right. The following skills cannot be developed beyond 1/3 of strength. So you want to have your stuff in derogatives of 3. So intelligence would be 9, 9, 9. All these would be 9, and then you could increase all of these to 3. The next time you could increase one of these would have to be whenever you get one of these skills up to 12. We're going to increase the strength, because I don't like being a little weakling. We are going to increase trade. I could increase it farther, actually. I don't see why not. Inventory management definitely needs to go up. And, looting. The amount of loot. As you get farther into the game, looting doesn't really make a difference. Shield. We could do that, but I'm not going to. We're going to go with tactics. Probably. No, pathfinding. Definitely good. pathfinding. Pathfinding's always good. So we're going to do this stuff, pole arms, stuff like that. The next skill is going to be intelligence, so that we can further increase our leadership. Because DudeBro McMan wants to own the world. Okay, this guy. Let's make him. That looks good. DudeBro McMan does not play around. He's going to be a manly man. He's going to be a young man looking to own the world. I always have all my characters set up with black hair. So we start out with this stuff. Sword, crossbow. Probably going to sell the crossbow. They're terrible just because the reload speed, the damage, stuff like that. So let's get ourselves nice up and close so that we can look at him. What else should we have? I don't know. I think that looks okay. It's not that bad. His face is going to be hidden towards the later game anyway. So we're going to start out in, our first, you came with a caravan crossing the Great Desert to the east of Colorado. The Bedouin guides chose your route carefully, leapfrogging through treacherous dune fields and across empty gravel plains to low-lying oases rich with orchards and date palms. Your great fear was that the caravan might lose its way and perish of thirst. The small bands of raiders who hovered just out of bowshot, waiting to pick off stragglers, were oddly a comfort. At least water could be no more than a day's ride away. It was a great relief when the mountains came into view, and on the evening of the following day you crested a rocky pass, and in the distance could make out the sea, the towers of Charisse silhouetted against the sunset. You are exhausted by the time you find an inn in Charisse and fall asleep quickly. However, you awake before dawn and are eager to explore your surroundings. You venture out onto the streets, which are still deserted. All of a sudden you hear a sound and the rasp of a blade. Ah, shit. So this is not fun. The fuck are you doing? Come on now. Come on now. You wanna fuck around with DudeBro McMan? Are you serious? Man, DudeBro McMan don't fuck around. You want some too, merchant? At any rate, I'm not sure that we can say the same for the other fellow. Blah, blah, blah. And then he comes to you to speak. What do you want, merchant? Let me explain my proposition. I've always had brigands. Last week they took my brother. I have more important shit. I'm DudeBro McFucking-Man. So we're having some serious issues, so I'm just gonna turn down the damn quality of everything. Texture detail is gonna be decreased to 50%. I really should have handled this before the video, but I mean, shader quality. Character detail is going to be a little lower. Character shadow detail going to be a little lower. It's not going to be that bad, but I mean, you know.